Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna be doing a makeup to another person, something that you have been asking for such a long time. And because yesterday was the pre-screening or the screening of the premiere of Star Wars, and I was invited, and I took David, my friend, with me, and he wanted to go in and cosplay and asked me to do a makeup of Darth Maul on him. So we decided to film it. Previous to this tutorial, to film the tutorial, I create the wall cap and also 10 horns that I'm gonna be gluing into the wall cap. So to apply the ball cap, just add a little bit of spirit gum or pressé, which I'm using today, on the edges and hold it until it's completely dry, and then stick it. That's the best way to do it. Then I'm going to be cutting the excess and apply a couple of layers of pressé on the border. You can also add a liquid latex on this face, and because it left a little gap between the ball cap and the skin, I add a little bit of modeling wax or plaster wax from Makeup Forever to give an even out border. You don't need any kind of modeling wax to this step. As I will say, you can add just liquid latex, but I wanted to very smooth area. Now I'm gonna be gluing the horns. I'm gonna be using spirit gum for this. I'm gonna be gluing 8 of them on the head and 2 on the temples of the head. Then I'm gonna be adding a little bit more extra spirit gum on the base of each horn and adding some modeling wax to add a base to these horns. Next, gonna be adding some spirit gum on your eyebrows to flatten it out. But if you do this, make sure you remove it with a removing glue product, otherwise you will be taking off some of the hair, and that's not very nice. Next is gonna be sketching, as always, a little bit of guide. I suggested to do as I was doing with the pencil, so if you make a little mistake, you can correct it before adding any of the colors. And of course, always use a reference picture to get the best detail for this part, because this is actually what it makes all the makeup, so it needs to be quite well done. Now it's time to start adding the color. I'm going to be using aqua colors for this makeup, and I'm going to be using first a small brush to the details and also to sign or add the borders between the colors, and then I'm going to switch to the bigger brush and then paint all the back of the neck and all the neck and all the back of the head, everything in black, because we didn't have enough time for all the giving 2 layers of color. It didn't get to a peak as I wanted, but well, it looks good. Next is the red. Yeah, nice when everything comes together. Once again, it's not big enough, but we didn't have time to add a second layer, so because it was dark, it didn't show too much. But once I apply all the red around all the face, I'm going to be applying a little bit of this red also on the base of each of the horns to create this transition from the black red. And then I'm going to be adding an extra color using activated alcohol color. For that, I'm just going to be adding a little bit of brown with these colors on each of the horns. Make sure you leave the eye area for the last thing to do your painting, because it's the more uncomfortable part, so you make sure you lift it to the last minute, and make sure you close the eyes of the person for a while until it's completely dry. pop-ups and red lens, and we are done. This is Darth Maul from Star Wars. I'm not gonna talk about the movie, I'm not gonna do any spoilers, just make sure you go and watch it. Here you have the previous tutorials, and of course, as always, you have the list of products below, the bar below, and here the direct link to subscribe to my channel. Thank you, see you next one, bye!